Hi, my name is Taylor, and welcome to episode 1 of my fiber podcast. Not sure what I'm going to call it yet, but my name is Taylor, and I'm here to talk to you about knitting and crocheting. So a little bit about me. I live in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. I have been crocheting for 6 years. My grandmother taught me when I was 19. And I actually did learn how to knit first. Sorry, my cat's like down here, and I'm trying to make sure she's not messing with the cord. I learned how to knit first, but I tried teaching myself in like a book, and it actually led to now what I'm seeing as a lot of bad habits that I picked up, so I'm trying to unlearn those. So I guess you could say I'm a relatively new knitter. And then I actually did just purchase a drop spindle about 2 weeks ago, and I have been playing around with that. So just kind of diving deeper and deeper into the fiber world, and I am loving it. A lot of what I used to do was I made blankets mostly for myself, and then my grandmother gave me a lot of her yarn and like her stash, so I crocheted a bunch of scarves to give to the less fortunate, because we have some pretty brutal winters here in the Midwest. So yeah, it's a little bit about me and my fiber journey. So yeah, I'm going to tell you about my most recent finished objects so you can kind of get a feel for the things that I like to crochet. Since those do go a little bit faster, I don't really have much knitting to share with you. My cat is just like gnawing on her toes down here. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's kind of gross. But I'm going to show you some of my most recent finished objects, some works in progress, and some acquisitions that I've had over the past couple weeks. So let's get into it. Okay, so I didn't lie when I said I didn't have a lot of knitting stuff, but then I rounded up everything and I realized I have a lot more than I thought I did. So the first thing I made where I was like, oh my gosh, I have like a finished set, were the Firepit Mitts by Tayler Owen. They are knit with Madeline Tosh DK in copper pink, held with the mohair, the matching copper pink mohair. And if I hold them up really close, you can see. So all of these pieces, aside from like a very select few of them, actually all have twisted stitches, which I did not realize was even a thing. I was wondering why my stitches looked a little bit different, but now I know why. I still like them. These ones are a little bit big. I think they look great. They're really nice and warm. So like I said, mohair and then 100% superwash merino wool. But I did make them a bit big, unintentionally, so I think I get impatient sometimes, unfortunately. So the next things I have to show you are actually socks. And it's so funny. I always said I was like, oh, I want to get more into knitting, but I will never learn how to knit socks. Those look so difficult, so hard. But I actually have a pair of socks and one that is lonesome. It might be lonesome for a while because these are also twisted. All of this is twisted. It just like makes me sad. I wish I had known, but you don't know what you don't know. And now I do know. And now everything that I make is going to be that much better. But so this is what is it? It's an acrylic and what's that? Nylon. It's an acrylic nylon blend from Premier in their dragon fruit colorway. And like, I think that this is so fun. And I also have the strawberry yarn from this line, and I'm really excited to see how that one works up. And then I do have one pair of socks. These are the Northern Lights Patents Croy socks. So they're 100% wool, I believe. Or they're wool and nylon. I can't remember. But yeah, so these, honestly, they're a little bit bigger than I had wanted them to be. But they are still really cozy for those, like, the mornings are still pretty chilly here, so like when I wake up and the AC's been running all night, I'm like, brr, let me put some socks on. Next I will show you my hats. So I'll show you this one first. This was knit on my Centro knitting machine. I have a 48 pin machine and I really love to make hats with it. I realized I don't really like making panels. I like making tubes, and I have been thinking about like doing more with the tubes than just hats, but hats are all I've made so far. This is a reversible hat. The inside is this nice pretty brown color, and you can reverse it like that. I have what some could consider an unhealthy obsession with tweed yarn, and I honestly couldn't even remember what yarns these are on. Just two that I've had in my stash for a long time. And then this one is actually hand knit. This is hand knit locally in South Dakota. It's from, oh gosh, I can't even remember. I'd have to look it up. But it is a wool and alpaca blend. So if you can kind of see, it was 3 held together. And this is the hat that made me realize that my stitches were all twisted, because if you can see, it all kind of goes like this, and knitting isn't technically supposed to do that. So I finished this hat. I was so proud of it. It's really lightweight. It seems like it'd be really chunky, but it's not. Just a nice lightweight hat. And like, I didn't want to use any of the hand spun stuff to make a pom-pom, because I didn't want to waste it. So maybe someday she'll have a pom-pom, because it does look like incomplete without one, but maybe one day. But then I made this, and this is Lion Brand Woolies Thick and Quick, and I believe this color is oatmeal. And so to redeem myself from the twisted stitch hat I made, because I didn't want to pull it back, I didn't know how it would be pulled back, and like, I like it. It's fun, and everything's a learning experience, right? But so I was like, I need to make a hat that's like correct, if you want to call it that. And so this is so fun. I made the pom-pom with a large pom-pom maker, and then I hand knit this on size 13 needles. So that one was fun. And then this is a Firepit mitt that does not have its friend yet. I'll show you the other one in the what are they called? Works in progress section. But so you can see down here, I was just twisting away, and then I realized what it was. But honestly, it kind of worked out pretty cool, because then the twisted portion, it's a bit tighter, and then it's nice and loose up near the hand. Kind of gives like a cool effect to it. So I'm not unhappy about it. The other one won't have that, but it's unique and it's fun, and they're just for me. So like, if and when I do make some of these for like friends and family for gifts, they'll all be like this. So this is Madeline Tosh Shroom with a View. They're DK, held with the copper pink mohair. I just had so much left after the first pair. I was like, what am I gonna do with it? And I thought that this looked really fun. So yeah, we got one Lonesome Firepit mitt, and then this is the biggest one that I have. The biggest like piece for knitting that I have. It is a shawl. I can't remember what the pattern is called, but it's by Momma in a Stitch, and it's made with a Lion Brand mandala yarn. I don't have any of the labels left for it. I finished this quite a while ago. But so it's all like you knit and then you turn it, since it's just like one big panel, put some nice fringe on it. But then it has these, what are they called? Elongated stitches, I think, where you just like yarn over and then on the flip side you pull it back. And this is all twisted as well. So I feel like if I were to redo it and not twist all my stitches, I think you'd be able to see these elongated stitches more. But right now I feel like it just kind of all blends together. But just like a nice like scarf shawl thing. It's really lightweight. I wish I had a bonfire that I could wear it to right now, but maybe sometime later this summer. So those are all my knitting, like recently, and like recently is a very loose term, I would say within the past couple months. Brew, not the time. But yeah, now I'll show you my crochet projects. Okay, so I'm gonna show you my crochet recently finished objects now. So one thing to note, I do make a lot of the same things kind of over and over again, because I do have a small business and I have a market coming up here pretty soon. So these are just, some of these are to sell, some of these are to keep. But so one thing I've made 3 of recently are these really cute little produce bags. So just like cinch them up and then you open them back up. I really love farmers markets. I think that they are so fun, and I think that these are just like a really fun little zero waste way to like get your groceries and stuff. So I have these 2 that were made, oh my gosh, that white is bright. Made with Line Brand's 24/7 cotton in ecru and white. And then I have this one that's from Loops and Threads, their Eco Cotton line. I believe it's relatively new, and I believe this one's called Berry Speckle. And I made this one with some leftover yarn from a produce bag that I made. Or not a produce bag, a market bag. So this has some yarn in it right now. I think that it's just so fun. It's got all my Lion Brand True Boo and Kaboo cotton. I love this stuff so much. I love making stuff with it. I've made quite a few bandanas with it. Sorry, tangent. But yeah, so I made that market bag, and then I have another one in this red speckle that I just, so fun. It doesn't look like it would be able to hold all that much, but these 2 are the same size, and because of the mesh stitch, it gets really big. It's got these nice, like, sturdy handles, and it opens up real big. It'd be like a perfect beach bag. So yeah, that's some, like, kind of zero waste stuff that I've made recently. And then I also have really been, I love working with cotton. I've realized I never thought I really liked it. I thought it was scratchy and just, like, not fun. But now that I've, like, found what I want to make with cotton, I'm really having a good time with it. So this is a sneak a peek top from Passionate here on YouTube and on Instagram. I haven't put the straps in quite yet, but this is on Lily Sugar and Cream Coral, and these take me like no time at all to make. They are so fun, and I got a lot of really good feedback at my last show with them, so I've been trying to make some more, and I've just, like I said, really been enjoying working with cotton recently, so that's been really fun. Oh, and then I have this blanket right here. It's just a little baby blanket, not very big, and so this is just the granny stitch, just big square, and then I did some picot on the edging. If I were to go back and do this, I would single crochet and then picot, but I haven't made a baby blanket in so long, and like I was just like, oh, this will be fun, and I was just like itching to get it done, I guess. So this one will be a gift, so I'm working on another one right now because the person I'm gifting it to, their what is it? Their family members, like one child is having a kid in June and one in July. So I was like, oh, I'd love to make you some baby blankets. I think that is so fun to do for people. I have no babies of my own. I am a ways off from that part of my life, but I love making baby blankets for other people. And then the last thing I want to show you is actually a blanket for me, and I think I'm going to use this as like a picnic blanket this summer. So this is also from Momma and a Stitch, and I wish I could remember what these patterns are called. If I'm going to try and find them and see if I can put them on the screen. We'll test my editing skills, because this will be my first time editing a video since college, which it wasn't that long ago, but it feels that long ago. Brew! Oh my goodness. Brew! Oh my god. This is Brew. This is my cat. I love her so much, but she's sitting on the ground being a menace. And I need you, can you please just go lay down with your sister? I love you. I love you so much. Oh my goodness. Here, go up there. Yeah, okay. So this is another Momma and a Stitch pattern, and I have always tried chevron, and I've been not so good at it. I did just finish like a wavy chevron blanket. That's in the bedroom right now though, and it's a beast. I made it way too big. But so here is kind of what this one looks like, and it is so fun and colorful, and it's got quite a few like holes in it, so it's not a bedroom blanket. It's a nice, like, throw it in the car, cozy up, go on a picnic, because it's like so colorful and summery. And yeah, this was made with Lion Brand mandala yarn. I can't remember what the colors are, but yeah, I finished that a little while ago. Works in progress. So let me show you those. What's clanking here is the other Firepit mitt. So this is a pattern by Tayler Earl. And so I'm almost to set up for the thumb gusset. And so here's that copper pink mohair and Shroom with a View. These are both Madeline Tosh yarns. And yeah, I really like them. They're fun to knit with. Yeah, that's kind of all I have to say about that, I guess. And then next, I'll just show you this one real quick. This is the second baby blanket that I'm making for the friend. I actually just started this today. So this is Bernat baby yarn. You know how they just come in those ginormous skeins. I have a couple of those. So I know that they call for, I think, like a 4mm. I'm actually using a 5mm H crochet hook, and it's going really fast, and I don't think that the gauge is too loose or anything, but it's just a free-handed baby blanket, so you know, it is what it is. So not too much to say on those two things, but this next one I'm so excited about. So this doesn't look like much right now, but it will be a t-shirt actually. So this is how it'll kind of look. It is a raglan fingering weight t-shirt. The pattern is called the Subpop Tee, and I'll attempt to put a picture here. But this is knit on, I believe these are 6mm knitting needles, and it is Wonderland yarn in cranberry scone. And I just thought, I've tried knitting a raglan sweater before. All my stitches were twisted, so I'm going to pull that back because I really like that yarn and I would like it to be correct. But so I just thought this would be so fun for, you know, summer and, you know, going into fall. It's just got these really pretty little like sprigs of like reds and browns. There's even some purple in there. So it is technically a sock yarn, so it is a superwash merino nylon blend. And yeah, I'm still on the raglan increases. I'm about halfway done, and then I can split for the sleeves, and I'm so excited about this one. I think that it'll be so fun. It's so soft. I'm just like excited to have a knitted garment to wear out and be like, I made this. So yeah, and then I'm keeping this project in my Delique project bag. This is like a waxed canvas bag, and I believe this color is Merlot. I got this at my local yarn store, and it is just like so beautiful. It came with like this one, and then I believe a bigger one. They come in a set of 2. But yeah, I love it. Delique has my heart. They're spendy, but they are definitely worth it in my opinion. Okay, what should I talk about next? Let's do this one that I need to get my stuff together on. So I'm going to see the Taylor Swift The Eras Tour concert in July in Denver, Colorado, and I'm so excited. So I have a crop top that I crocheted to wear. It's a red color. Love the red album. But then this one's a little bit bigger. So I'm making a cardigan. I'll have to stand up to show you. So it's pretty big right now, but I thought it would be really fun to be oversized. So that's the front. My 2 favorite albums are Speak Now and Folklore. So I did the purple and the gray, and then here's the back. So I modeled this after the Eras Tour poster. So I have them in the same like squares that, she has her posters as. The only thing that is super different from the poster is her self-titled debut album. A lot of times it is like more of a green color. I personally always saw it as like a teal, so I did use a teal yarn. That's just a personal thing though, but it's my cardigan, so I do what I want. So I have that, and I just need to do the sleeves, and then I'm gonna do some all over ribbing on it. And I wanted to do some extra things, but concert is on July 15th and it is June 6th today, so we'll see how far we get, but I am having a lot of fun. All of this is either it's 100% acrylic, which I know in the middle of July will probably be kind of hot, but it's also like a fun novelty thing for me to make that I can like wear out, just out and about, just trying to have fun. But most of it is Big Twist from Joanne. Like this white tweed here is all their Big Twist tweed. And then most of this is Big Twist. There is some Red Heart, and then this yellow one is Craft Smart from Michaels. So just kind of like a blend. I tried to use what I had in my stash, but I did end up having to purchase all of that white tweed for it, because I thought that like too white of a cardigan would be like an all over white cardigan. I was worried I was going to spill on or get dirty in some capacity, whereas if it's the tweed, then I can, oh, is it tweed or is it dirt? Which maybe that's a gross thing to think, but I'm gonna be sweating and I'm gonna be jumping, and who knows, all I know is I'm gonna have a great time. The next work in progress, I literally just have to assemble this and then it'll be done. So it's Erin B on Instagram and YouTube. I really enjoy her content. She made a dress just with 2 ginormous granny squares. So I'm gonna make a dress just out of 2 ginormous granny squares. This is with Karen Blossom Cake Yarn in the Cabana. It is a cotton acrylic blend, and it is just so soft. And I just really liked these colors. So I just need to like put them together, and then it'll be a dress. And I think, so you'd wonder like, oh, how's it a dress? It's got so many holes. I think I'm gonna use it as a swimsuit cover up. Since it is cotton, I think that that'll be, its most ideal purpose, I guess you could say. So I am really excited. I've been dragging my feet on like just constructing it, but it will get done eventually. Okay, and then the next two things are just like repeat things that you've already seen today. I just like threw everything on the floor in front of me here. I wish I had like a table to be able to be like, ooh, but maybe someday. But so this is another one of the, what is it called? Peekaboo tops. No, Sneak a Peek top from Passionate. This is an extra small, so I know it looks teeny tiny, but it's an extra small, and it'll, yeah, I'm about halfway done with like the part that covers the important bits, and I'm just making it with that same sugar and cream coral yarn. So got that, and then I have another one of those market bags. Gosh, this color is just so beautiful. This is also the Loops and Threads Eco Cotton yarn. Okay, my hands are full right now, so let's get started. So I had a $5 coupon to Joann's, as one does, and I wasn't going to use it, but then my partner was like, you can't let a good deal go to waste. So I went to Joann's and I got some more Lily Sugar and Cream yarn. So I got this colorway in Sun-Kissed, and I think that it is so fun. So if you know anything about South Dakota State University is actually where I went to college. I have graduated since then, but our colors are yellow and blue. So I saw that, I was like, ooh, go Jacks, because our mascot is the Jackrabbits. So I thought this would be really fun. It's also just like a nice summer spread. So I got 4 of those. Oh my gosh, I need to stop throwing things. Yeah. Okay, then I got 4 of these in the Moon Dance colorway, and I just thought this was really fun and it'll make a really cute crop top. So that's why I bought these ones, to be crop tops eventually. I'm not sure what kinds yet, but they will be. Hopefully soon. I would like them to be soon. And then I got a cone, because cones are fun, and I thought this was just like a nice, like vibrant color. This one is just teal. Just teal. So yeah, not much on that one. And then I did mention I got a drop spindle not too long ago, so I did get some combed top. Look how pretty that is. So this is Malabrigo Cloud Roving, combed top, hand dyed, 100% superwash merino wool in the colorway Diana. So I am so excited to spin with this and, you know, do what I can. I'm also a very novice spinner, so I'm like really scared, but I do have some more like practice stuff. I have practiced spinning, but I need to practice plying. But yeah, I'm so excited. And look how fall this is. I know this isn't really like a summery colorway, but I'm also not a summery person. I like the fall. So I'm excited to work on this, and maybe I can make like a fun little like rolled brim beanie or something for myself this fall. So next thing that I got some new circular needles, because I realized I don't like knitting with wood needles. I don't enjoy it, so therefore I'm not going to anymore. And I like fixed circulars. You know, maybe someday I'll get a interchangeable set, but today is not that day. So I got these two. These are just Chiagu red stainless steels. They're both size 8. One's a 16, one's a 32, because I do have a couple patterns in my like pattern stash, I guess you could call it, for sweaters. And they are so beautiful. I'm not going to start them yet because it is June and it's about to get real hot here, so I feel like that's not best time to start a sweater, you know. And then my next acquisition is probably my favorite. This is a Delicue circular needle organization bag. So I have like a big zippered pouch that holds my crochet hooks, because I have like a million. Because I've been crocheting a lot longer and a lot more consistently than I have knitting. Excuse me. And so I wanted to get something to organize my circulars. So like here's a ginormous pair. And so it's just like an accordion folder. If you can see that, just like an accordion folder, and I have them right now by size. And once I take these out, they'll fit, but I'm lazy and haven't done that yet. So they're still in the bags, but eventually they won't be, and they'll be in this. And it's really nice. It's just got this like little handle on it, and I haven't taken the tag off of it either. It was a little bit spendy, but I love the color. My purse is a Delique bag now because then I can just throw something small into it. It's their sling bag, which they actually just came out with a purple one. I have the black one, but they came out with a purple one and I want it. But yeah, those are my acquisitions from the past couple weeks to a month, I'd say. Yeah. So thank you for joining me. I'm so glad I got to sit and talk with you. This was new, and it was really, really fun, and I'm excited to do more of this. If you want more from me, I actually post on Instagram quite a bit. You can find me at taydcreations_. That's TAYD creations_ at Instagram. I also am on Etsy. I do not have any patterns yet, but I would like to dabble in pattern designing at some point. But yeah, I'm so excited. Please leave a comment below on what you're currently working on, and if you have any summer plans for your knitting or crochet or your fiber journey. Yeah, and subscribe and like. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. I don't currently have any sort of thoughts on an upload schedule. I just really wanted to try and get one out there because this is something very new for me. I've been doing Instagram Reels for a while. I really enjoy the short form content, but I've always been a YouTube person at heart. I love YouTube. That's what I'll sit and watch all day if I can. But yeah, so thanks for joining me. Bye.